set the direction of everything that has happened since, and you're young still. Young still, beautiful, different stage, right? Different stage of life, but clearly you survived. And, what has that faith done for you and that pursuit of living a full life and expressing yourself fully? What what were some of the hard points that you had to go through, and what has it meant to you to really adhere to that internal commitment of living divine purpose?
Mm. Well, it has been quite a journey, and I am in a very, very different place than I was then. So, yes, I nod along because while it was hard to see it while I was in it, getting through it, I look back now and see that as one of the greatest gifts in my life because it's set my life just on this entirely different path. And following that experience, I did leave my relationship. I did leave the film industry and I moved back to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where I'm from. And I spent a few years really recovering from probably the lowest self-esteem, lowest self-worth
Mhm.
I had ever hit. At that point, like I said, my relationship was very toxic. And in some ways I felt like I had failed by leaving the film industry, even though I knew it's what I wanted because I'd had my heart set on it for so long. It was such an identity shift. And then I ended up working for a religious nonprofit, and I was raised in organized religious communities, and so I spent a few years there, and I was in this pursuit of wanting to know God more, wanting to connect to to this full expression, wanting to know myself better, wanting to recover from this low self-worth. And I was trying to find my way. And so there were a lot of challenges. I went through multiple identity level transitions. When I first started my business, I actually built it as a bridge between the religious community and the personal growth community. And, the Christian communities that I had grown up in, a lot of them had a lot of limiting beliefs about personal growth and really discouraged it. There were so many limiting beliefs in the women I was working with, and self-sacrificing and having to be the good woman means you people please, right? And you be the nice girl and the good girl, and so you follow the rules and you don't ask for a lot. And so I was really inspired to as I was growing through that in my own journey to help other women through that. And then I reached a point of continuing my own spiritual evolution where I ended up completely disconnecting from organized religion, feeling that I no longer was aligned and calling myself a Christian, even though I'm deeply spiritual. But I let go of that identity of being this brand that I'd built of being a Christian woman who was coaching other Christians. And so I ended up burning up my business, and the business that I'd built that had created a lot of success because I was really committed to continuing to be true to me, to discover who I really am and
Mhm.
expressing who I really am, and living in my power and playing full out. And that came with really stripping away a lot of these identities that had been given to me throughout my
Yes,
life that I had been taught. And so
yeah.
that was probably some of the most challenging things that I went through, and had me really confronting the depths of the unworthiness I felt when those identities were running the show.